Welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and I got a bunch of stuff to show you. Most of it is from the Dollar Tree, but some of it's not. So we will get with the not part. Walmart. Was at Walmart, and I got this little cast iron skillet brownie baking set for $5. And let's see if I can't get it opened up here real quick. Maybe not. Oh, heavens to Murgatroyd. There we go. Well, that was just probably more difficult than it needed to be. So, comes with this nice little brownie mix, which is fine. I mean, I got it for the skillet myself. I have another one of these skillets that I got last year that my grandson and I like to cook on. I do alcohol stoves and things of that nature, and use a skillet like this to cook on. So I wanted to get another one, so now I have another one for camping or just hanging out with my grandson and cooking eggs in. And let's see if I can maybe kind of throw that in there just a bit. Alright, next, I was at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's been several weeks ago, but anyway, I haven't showed these yet. Couple folding stoves. It says coated steel construction. They're used with the canned heat. Now, I'm not even going to go into what kind of issue this all caused, but believe me, it wasn't straightforward. I did end up getting these on discount, but I went through a lot to do that, and it wasn't necessarily fun, I can tell you that. And it wasn't even my fault that it was difficult. But anyway, they were marked at a price they weren't, and I mentioned something about it up at the register about the different price, and it took forever for them to verify that I was right and they were not. But for the price, yeah, I wasn't going to complain. I guess originally they were $10, like $9.99 or something like that, but they were marked at $2.50, and so I grabbed two of them and took them down there. And then, of course, they rang up at $9.99. I said, well, you know, never mind. And he kind of looked at me, and I said, well, they're marked at $2.50. He said, well, let me check. So they checked, and they verified that it was marked that way. And then for some reason, they ended up changing the price anyway. They ended up selling them to me for $2.99 instead of $2.50. But I guess I'm not going to complain about $3 when, you know, 50 cents. So anyway, I got two of these. And they're nice little stoves, and I plan on constructing one of these here pretty soon, and I might do a video about that. Let's see. Now we'll go to the Dollar Tree stuff. The rest of this is Dollar Tree stuff. Three rolls of duct tape, because who doesn't need duct tape? The tool bench, 10 yards with each one of them. And I know I had a purpose in mind for these when I purchased them, but for the life of me right now I can't remember exactly why I wanted them, but I'm sure I had a good reason. Earplugs. These are kind of a brownish skin tone color. So, I love earplugs. So, need me a pack of those. Cool, yes, forgot about those.
You know, you still have a whole pack of those in the bedroom from Florida, right?
Okay, well. Okay, we're going to jump back to, these were Walmart, right?
Dollar Tree.
No, these were Dollar Tree. Okay, thank you. So anyway, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of these stainless steel scouring pads, and I did purchase these for a particular reason, is because I'm going to build myself a kind of a forge slash heater to melt, or to melt aluminum and copper and stuff like that. So, and lead. But I was watching some videos, and somebody, and I can't remember who it was, so sorry, but somebody had taken some of these stainless steel scouring pads and mixed them in with their mix when they were making their mold to help keep it from burning and cracking. So I'm going to give it a try. We'll see how well that does. I got 3 of these mega carabiners, green, blue, and red, because who doesn't need carabiners? I have a nutcracker with 2 picks. So, you know, there's tons of times I'm out in the field and I'm running around, and the last couple years was acorns. I gathered up a bunch of acorns, and yeah, they're kind of a pain in the hiney along with the other nuts, but they're kind of a pain in the hiney along with black walnuts. Oh my gosh, those are, oh. But anyway, I thought I would throw one of these in my kit, one of my kits, so that, you know, maybe when I'm out and about, I'll have this available, so I don't have to, you know, use like a little hammer or stuff like that. Little turkey grabber, 2 of them. So these were from the Dollar Tree, and they're designed, I guess, to hold a turkey. But my purpose for them isn't to hold a turkey. I figure, you know, maybe I can attach a stick to these, and I can use them as very inexpensive hot dog, you know, put a hot dog on for putting it in a fire or other meats or something. You know, basically use them for a campfire. So we'll see how that works. These 2 digital thermometers. I could keep one of them for, you know, the thermometer itself, and put it, you know, in one of my my main kits for medical. But for $1, I thought I would tear one of them apart and just kind of play around and see if I could use it as maybe some sort of temperature gauge for the weather. I don't know if that would even work, or, you know, who knows. I could maybe see check and see if it would maybe fit inside of a tin that I use as an oven, and see if maybe it would take temperatures that way. I don't know. You know, I just figured for $1 I was going to play around with them and see what I couldn't do. If I destroy them, I destroy them. If I don't, I don't. You know, I just every once in a while I like to grab something that's really inexpensive and just play around with it and see what it can do or it can't do. Let's see here. Of course, batteries. Can never go wrong with batteries. 9-volt and some AA batteries. Wire. Again, wire. Red, black, and the silver wire. So many purposes. Cordage, snares, etc., etc. Let's see here, some zip ties. I got 2 different sizes of zip ties. These are 11-inch. There's 30 of them in, and these are 16-inch, and there's 16 of these in. And these will not be used as restraining devices. These are just way too small, and they don't work for that. But they are good for when I go out in the field and I do videos, and I want to attach my camera to a tree or some other thing. These zip ties work really well for that, so I like having zip ties around. And I'm about out. This is a piece of craft foam. It's floral foam. Now, It's 2 pieces, and it looks like they're 4 by 8 inches by 0.75 inches. But the dimensions really don't matter, for me anyway. My idea was, I have been looking at doing some melting of aluminum and making molds from sand and from styrofoam. And I was going to do some small ones to test it out once I get ready to. Still a couple things I'm missing, but before I can get started playing around with that. But you know, I thought maybe I could, you know, use this foam to test it out just to see how it works. You know, without going horribly. It's not a hard process. Basically, you just bury whatever foam piece you're talking about, the shape, into some sand, and then leave the area exposed so you can pour the molten aluminum in, and then you pour it down in. It's supposed to dissolve the foam so fast that it doesn't give the sand time to fall apart, and it actually takes that shape. So basically, I just want to use this as a test when I start doing my foam molds for aluminum. Next, I have 3 cookie pans. The main reason I purchased these cookie pans was because of these folding stoves. These cookie pans are what I'm wanting to try to make these out of, one of these stoves out of, just to see how it works. I have made stoves like that out of these before, and I'm sure that if you haven't seen it, I have it up on my my channel. But I have made stoves out of these inexpensive Dollar Tree cookie pans before, and believe me, they work fantastic. I even did a test on it, and they're really, really good and inexpensive. Alright, next I got some bug bite relief to add to my medical kit. I haven't added a lot of stuff to my main medical kit in a long time, so I thought maybe I would get a few items to do that with. So this bug bite relief is one item. This pain relief balm is another item that I decided I would get to throw into that one of my medical kits. These little scope Crest toothbrush type things. These things work fantastic out in the field as toothbrush. Toothbrush? How would you say that? As a toothbrush. There we go. So yeah, as a toothbrush, these things work fantastic. They're really small, really super small, and just about the size of my finger here. So super small, super lightweight, and very, very effective. And what started the whole idea with getting stuff from my medical kit was these two little items. I saw them, and I haven't seen them there before, and I can't even honestly say that they would work for anything real, and not that I really need it, but repair lost fillings and loose caps. It's some sort of cream that you use to repair loose caps or lost fillings in your teeth. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if this stuff would really work, but if you're out in a situation where you have no access to dental help and you're going to be out for a long time, and you got a hole in your tooth, you know, I don't know. I know how painful it can be, so I don't know if this would work, but I have it. It's going to go into my my big main kit, my big main medical kit, and we'll see where they end up and see if they ever get used. Hopefully they don't ever get used, but you know, we never know. So I have something for dentistry. I don't have too much dentistry items in my my kits or in my stash. So I have several totes full of generalized medical items, but as far as specific dental items, I don't really necessarily have a whole bunch of. But this will help out. So anyway, that's my Dollar Tree haul for tonight. Thank you for watching Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft, and enjoy the outdoors, even if it's just your own backyard.